This Sunday, distinguished gentlemen from all across the world will put on their best clothes and ride their motorcycles, all for a great cause. And here to tell us more about the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride are Richard Uemaru and Jeff Weatherford. How y'all doing today?
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
Let's talk about this ride. Just kind of give us, I mentioned it there a little bit about what's going on, but tell us more about the ride.
Well, I guess since 2012,
right.
A man named, Mark Hawa started the cause because there was really not much for men's prostate cancer research, things like that, as far as fundraising.
Right.
It's you don't hear much about it. Well, he got the inspiration from a movie and seen a guy in his Sunday best, tux, bow tie, riding his vintage motorcycle through town.
Right.
And he had an idea. Hey, let me start a motorcycle ride for prostate cancer awareness, men's health,
right,
and mental health. And ever since then, he's picked a day, and gentlemen across the world on the same day hold the same ride. And here in the Tri-Cities, we've been doing it. This will be our third year doing it.
All right, very good. And Richard, I'm Facebook friends with you, and I see you riding all the time.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to get involved in this?
I started like what Jeff mentioned 3 years ago. It's a good cause for men's. We need to get together, check in, sharing, encourage each other, and then we do it when we're riding motorcycle.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a good place for me riding motorcycle here in Johnson City since I moved here. I'm personally meet Jeff and any other rider here. We get together, stuff like that.
And he mentioned something very important there. It's a group that they're you checking in on each other, checking up on each other, and that's part of this ride. You were talking about raising money for prostate cancer research. Another aspect of this is men's mental health. And that's a great way to kind of keep tabs on your friends there.
It is, and a lot of us that do the ride, we ride with each other throughout the year.
Right.
We're really good friends. We keep in touch. We'll go on long rides together, short rides. We might just get up and ride our bike to each other's house, just check up on each other.
Now, kind of give us an outline of where the ride's going to start, times and stuff like that, and kind of take us through the ride where you're going to be going.
Okay, we're going to meet up Sunday, right around 10 o'clock at the Triumph dealer, the only Triumph dealer in the Tri-Cities, which is State Line Motorsports.
Okay.
They're going to provide breakfast for us.
Oh, nice.
We hope to head out about 10:45 up 421 into Shady Valley, stop up there.
Beautiful ride, yeah.
And on the way, we're going to have various stops. We're going to do what they call a rolling ride. You pay an entry fee to get in to enter,
right?
And you roll it and get a dice roll at every stop. $5 for each additional roll to kind of up your chances. So at the end of the ride, once we come back through Elizabethton, we'll stop here at Tennessee Hills Distillery where they're going to have live music and a food truck for us.
Very nice.
Whoever has the highest total will win a pair of tickets to the Thunder Valley Nationals.
That's a great prize. That's a great prize. And I got to ask you, I'm going to ask you both, okay? You're dressing up for this. Richard, what are you going to be? Is it full tux, suit? What are you going on?
I surprise you on Sunday.
Are you going to surprise? Well, we got to have some pictures. Jeff, you got something in mind?
Oh, I do. I do.
You going to share it with us?
It might be a surprise.
It might be a surprise. They're keeping us on suspense here. Gentlemen, we appreciate what you're doing here. We're going to give everybody the information about this. It is the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Put on your very best. Come on out and join them. It's going to be Sunday, this coming Sunday, 10 a.m. right there at State Line Motorsports on West State Street in Bristol, Virginia. If you want to find out more, check out gentlemansride.com.